Alright, hello everyone, it's Silver Kyle here, and first and foremost I would like to wish everyone a happy Halloween. I am wearing my Jack Skellington Nightmare Before Christmas t-shirt in honor of this holiday. And this is my first Blu-ray collection update. So I have a stack of Blu-rays here that I picked up in the last little while. And I'll just be going over each of them individually. There's only one that I'm not including here because I haven't watched it on Blu-ray. There's a few here there's two of them that I haven't watched yet, but the other one that I have that I'm not showing, I really want to talk about the picture quality because I'm assuming it's going to be one of the best looking Blu-rays that I've ever seen. I have seen it in theaters, but not on Blu-ray yet. So anyway, without further ado, let's get this thing started. And in honor, once again, of Halloween and my Jack Skellington t-shirt, I did pick up the Nightmare Before Christmas on Blu-ray. I finally have this in my collection. This is one that I've been wanting to get for a long time. I just never picked it up. And this Halloween, I was just like, no, I gotta pick it up. So I picked up the 20th anniversary edition here. I don't know if there's anything else that's included for the 20th anniversary other than changing up the cover here. But because I do know that the other version did have a lot of extra goodies, which I have seen on DVD because I own this on DVD as well. And it's quite interesting to look at how they created this. It took them like, I think 4 or 5 years to make. It was such a long time because it's stop motion. And it looked great on Blu-ray. I was expecting a little bit more because I was expecting this to be like one of the best looking Blu-rays because of the type of movie that it is, how it was filmed, but I'm not trying to downplay it at all. I just expected a little bit more, but still amazing looking Blu-ray. And so happy to have it finally in my collection. Next up, also in the theme of Halloween, is Ghostbusters, the 4K remastered edition. And I know that they had released this a few years back, but it wasn't the 4K. I don't know how the picture quality one for that one was, but I can tell you that this one, for a movie that was made almost 30 years ago now, it looks amazing. It does not look like it was made in the 80s, the 90s, not even the early 2000s. It is so crystal clear, and the detail that they have for everything is so good. And what's nice about this movie is that the CGI still stands up today. Like, look at Slimer. It looks amazing. Stay Puft, just everything about this movie screams that they were ahead of their time. And the comedy, this is one of my favorite movies of all time. I would say probably in my top 10. I just love this movie. The humor that they have. Stop, listen. You smell that? Something like that. It's like they have lines, it's a line similar to that. It might be the opposite of what I'm saying, but they're saying, stop, listen. You smell that? I don't know. It's just and the Twinkie theory. I love this movie, and it was so nice to see on Blu-ray. It's so crystal clear, but it comes with the mastered in 4K resolution that I've seen anyway. I like that they're going back and doing this to a few movies, like the Taxi Driver that I have. Another one that's fantastic. This does not look like it was made in 1976, I believe. Next up is probably the best looking Blu-ray that I have ever seen. I'm talking it beats Avatar, beats Avengers, beats everything. It just, wow. Iron Man 3. This is probably my most liked movies of this year. It's probably my top 10. And the action, it's a different kind of Iron Man movie, and some people didn't like that a lot of it was more about Tony Stark and not Iron Man, but they're the one and the same, and honestly, you do see Iron Man, him in the suit quite a bit, and at the end, I think that they make up for it, if you know what I'm talking about, and really, Tony Stark, and Robert Downey Jr. specifically, is Iron Man. Like, I cannot see anybody else as being Iron Man. The reason why Iron Man is so successful is because of him, so I was okay with that. And the humor in this one, once again, probably the most funny Marvel movie that I have ever seen, but also very action-oriented, and there's drama. Everything is in this movie. But just, whoa, the picture quality in this, over the top. The next two movies I have not, they're still sealed, so I haven't watched them yet, but they were like $5, and I was picking up some other movies at the same time. I was like, I'll just add these. So I'll talk about this one first. I've seen them both before. So Constantine with Keanu Reeves. This is kind of like a Halloweenish movie, and I was planning to watch it in anticipation for Halloween, but I didn't get the time to. I enjoyed this. Not the greatest movie. I have never read any of the Constantine comics, but I enjoyed it. It was fun for the time. And I don't know, like, Keanu Reeves is not the greatest actor, but I think that he does an okay job in certain situations. Obviously The Matrix, especially the first one. Wow. Speed, I really like him in. Some other movies I can't think of the other movies. This one's okay, though. It's not bad. Next up is Tom Cruise in The Last Samurai. Now, another movie that I remember when I watched it, I really enjoyed this. This was a really good movie. for its time, and I'm assuming it still holds up today. I just have not had the chance to watch it yet. I remember hearing that like Tom Cruise had put a lot of time into this movie, and like he didn't get recognized for any of it, which is unfortunate. But I think that it's strange though. Over time, like I really haven't heard a lot of people talking about this movie. Once in a while, I see it pop up, and anybody that does talk about it has really good things to say about it. But it's not really one of those big movies that you really hear about. And last but not least is probably my favorite addition to the my entire collection here, and that is the Deadwood, the complete series on Blu-ray. I did an unboxing for this, and it's fantastic. The set is just beautiful. I'm almost done rewatching season 1, and it's clear. There's a lot of times where it's clear as heck when the lighting is good, but when it's dark, there's a few times where it's a bit grainy, and we're like, but it's not very long. There's only a few scenes like that throughout the entire show, or season 1 that I've seen so far. So very good picture quality on this as well. But I really wanted it because I love Deadwood. It's in my top 5 favorite TV shows of all time. It's so gritty and real for like back then, for a Western back then. Everything's so dirty and everything's so, you're living to survive. Like it's so hard. It's a completely different world that we live in right now, and especially Deadwood, because Deadwood had no law. So it was completely different. If somebody didn't like you, they were gonna go kill you. If there was money involved, there's going to be people that are going to die if they know about the money. It's just a really harsh life, and the acting in this is some of the best acting that I've seen in any TV show, bar none. And what I like about this is that the show really shows all the characters. It's not just about like a few characters. They have so many in the cast, like the doctor, the guys that work for Al Swearingen, his opponent, Bullock, Wild Bill, Jane, just everybody. There's so many characters in here, and they all have their place in Deadwood. The journalist, I love the journalist. He's so good. The Reverend, just everybody in this show is fantastic, and I'm really enjoying going back and rewatching this on Blu-ray. So there you have it. That's my latest pickups for I don't know, the past month or so. And except for one that I will be talking about in the next episode. So thank you very much for watching. You've all been bearded in. Beardage!